And the sound, how would you characterize the sound?
It's absolutely, it is really a great, great instrument. I mean, it's, in fact, since I've gotten it, I've already done 2 performances on it. I wouldn't hesitate a second in playing that as a solo instrument, and I think everybody would probably think that I'm using an old Italian instrument or something great, because it just has a beautiful voice, and it's powerful. It's what really, when I got mine, I requested the flat back because the Kusevitsky bass had a flat back, and most of the basses that I've used over the years for solo playing had either flat back or just a slight curve, but not a real round back. And because I found that that really was more of a made a more projecting sound.
Interesting.
Boy, does this bass have it's like a trumpet. I mean, it's really, really loud. It's phenomenal. I really love it.
And it has a pickup for jazz musicians who need that little extra oomph.
I've never even tried it, you know, since I've never plugged it into my headphones. I really had no need to do it because it's so loud. I can't even imagine with playing with orchestra that would just cut through. It's great, and it's so comfortable to play. The response on it is what really amazes me, and I don't know why. I mean, it really looks like a normal bass in every respect. You have to look awfully close to realize that it comes apart. But if you're sitting in the first row, you wouldn't see it. And I don't know why it plays so easy. Do you know why? I mean, it's just...
I think it was the choice of wood and the way the top is graduated, the thicknesses of the top at the sides and the back. And one of the things that I really find intriguing too is the mechanism for adjusting the angle on the bridge. There's the saddle is totally unique in that it has notches where you can place the tail gut in such a way that gets just the right angle that makes a particular instrument speak properly. And as we discovered yesterday, we moved the tail gut, and
I mean, this was a totally enlightening moment for me, because over the years I've done some experiments with that, but in order to raise or lower the tail piece to the top of the bass, or change the placement of the tail gut, it required you know, a considerable amount of time to make that alteration. And and here I mean, last night we did it in less than 5 minutes. We changed the tailpiece and put it back. I said, wow, from one moment to the next I could actually hear and feel the difference. I mean, it was it was just a revelation for me, absolutely.
As a luthier, I think it's one of the more important tonal adjustments that can be made on an instrument, and I've always felt that every instrument has that sweet spot, just like a sound post, where if it's in perfect adjustment, the instrument really sings, and being able to have that degree of control in the setup and the ease of control is really unique.
Yeah, and I don't know how the top was graduated, but all these factors that you're talking about, when I take an instrument, because it's my background, you know, I mean, one of the motivating factors in everything I did, it was to be heard. So as a bass soloist, I always had to project, and that was always probably the #1 factor in trying to make the bass into a solo instrument. It had to really have a voice that everyone could hear. And I found, so I took the bass, and what I usually do is I play a bow very close to the bridge, which so that the bridge is vibrating with more intensity than normal. And I will use force, which is a word that I never use, but I will do that in breaking the bass in. Well, this, for some reason, maybe it's the way the tail gut was, or the general adjustment, the way the instrument arrived, I didn't have to do that much to break it in. I started bowing very close to the bridge with a lot of force, and the bass said, oh, I like that. And I've never had that happen. I've played on basses that are 200 years old, that have been used by orchestral players or whatever over the years, and they never played near the bridge. And so the bass never had that happen to them. And I would play on this 200-year-old bass, and the bass said, "Don't do that to me, I can't bear it," you know. And I'd have to take that instrument. It might take me up to 3 months of hard work to break it in. And I've actually had to break in instruments that old and older